All right, Crossroads Sports, the new intro. John, I'm a fan. Are you the fan of it?
Man, anything kind of reminds me of like the '80s intro, TV intro, man. So yeah, like I feel like the 18 about to pop out or something.
That kind of
Helicopter
reminded me of like
tank.
Transformers.
That too. I'm said helicopters and tanks, and you know what I'm saying.
Hey, sometimes we go to war on here. We go to war,
Metaphorically speaking, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
metaphorically. Yes, not true war. I'm too old, but yeah. Man, speaking of war, like there's a lot going on right now. You got the quietest thing is the association. That is the quietest thing right now. Uh, But you got the NFL training camps starting up. You got drama news coming out. You've
Big
got
drama.
college football starting up. First game, week 0 is in a month from now. You've got Major League Baseball. Today's the trade deadline for that. Just the wildness there, man. Just a lot going on, JB.
Yeah, a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, going here, going there, man. I think the Mets probably did the best they could do. In with some of the trades they made today, we would be remiss, man, to not say RIP. Since we're on Major League Baseball, to Ryan Sandberg,
Yeah.
former great Cub, whatever. Would you need to play? Second base, third base, great infielder for the Cubs. Passed away this past week, man. So
And
I
to
don't
be
know.
honest, like
Go ahead.
he's he's like Ryan Samber and me being a Reds fan, but I remember when I was younger, John, and um we'd have to go over the babysitters, and they would always have Cubs games on WGN. That
Right.
he is probably the first baseball athlete that I remember as a youth seeing on TV and liking was Ryan Sandberg. And we
Okay.
watched all Cubs games, and I became a Reds fan through my family. But
All
he was
right.
probably the first baseball player when I was growing up at age 6, 7, 8
Mm-hmm.
that I remember distinctively seeing Ryan Sandberg there. Obviously, my favorite player growing up was Ken Griffey Jr. Uh,
Yeah,
overall.
Toronto might not have a World Series, right? We know that, right? But you name it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of on his resume, man. Golden Glove, Silver Slugger. You know what I'm saying? How many times was he All Star? I was it in eight. No, don't get me on the year. Was it 1990? Led the National League in home runs, something like that. Might be 41, 40, 40, 40, 40 home runs. Google it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I used to know the baseball stuff too, Brandon. I know everybody knows, you know what I'm saying? They kind of know us as football and basketball dominant, but like we know the baseball stuff too, man. But that's one Hall of Famer we did not want to see go off the bingo board, man. But so I know Cubs Nation, the other 23, the other Chicago 23, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We send our condolences to Cubs Nation and the Sandberg
Yeah,
family.
man. It's been a rough July. We've had a lot of loss in the
A
month
lot
of
of
July.
a lot of celebrity
Uh,
deaths, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got
yeah.
Tiptoe passed away, man.
Hulk
You know,
Hogan passed away, JB. Let me straighten something out because I've had a lot of people come at me
about
after the Hulk Hogan.
okay, it's
I
okay.
I can RIP and say it's a tough loss. It was because it was a tough loss losing Hulk Hogan uh, for what he's done for professional wrestling, the polarizing figure that he was. There is a difference. And let me get that straight. I've told people I've seen in person have asked me.
Uh-huh.
There is a difference. I liked Hulk Hogan, the character. Terry
Gotcha.
Bollea, what he did, that there was a lot of bad things Terry Bollea did. And John,
Besides,
you'd be the first to say as well. But I'm
right.
strictly talking RIP. I lost a childhood hero and Hulk Hogan, that athlete growing up, and how polarizing he was. You had the vitamins, you had the character dolls, you had like all that stuff. USA, there was nobody more polarizing, and I can put a difference between Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea. I went to go to his shop. I got a Hulkamania shirt in my closet there. Like I liked Hulk Hogan, and it sucks losing Hulk Hogan. It came out today that it was a heart attack, and he was also battling leukemia.
Tough.
The final months. So, But Terry Bollea, yeah, not good. But Hulk Hogan, man, R.I.P. It was tough losing him. I loved to see the tributes at the video that they did and the 10 bell salutes for all three shows, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Your thoughts, because I know you're probably somewhat in a similar situation to a point, but
To a point,
when
to a
I
point.
texted last
So,
that Thursday,
so,
said, "Hey, we
so
just
again,
lost."
like what Brandon Reeves kind of alludes to, man. Professional wrestling would not be what you see on Monday or Wednesday or Friday, any type of like that deal. Like, you know what I'm saying, with Vince McMahon, Ding Dong, that guy, ringmaster, pulled him from a different organization and kind of, you know what I'm saying, gave him the, you know what I'm saying, the go ahead to be, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Everything. Because like Hulk Hogan for like 4.5 years didn't lose, and he
Yeah,
was always that guy coming in to rescue, you know what I'm saying, to whoever, rescue whoever, you know what I'm saying. But like, nah, man, Hulk Hogan's a racist bastard. We're just gonna leave it at that. My Brandon Reed, my good Christian nature would not allow me to say anything other than something to the level of that. Like other people, friends, family members, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, or probably walk Hulk Hogan like a dog. Some of the memes I seen out
mhm.
there, and that was crazy, man. They had Hulk Hogan showing up and God was black. Oh, shocker. You know what I'm saying? They had Hulk Hogan in a Hell
I
in a
saw him
Cell.
versus Chris Benoit in Hell in a
Oh,
Cell.
respectful, man. That I don't know I don't know everybody who said the N word gonna go to hell now. Now, Chris Benoit, I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you strangle your wife, your child, and kill yourself, like you are in the Hell in a Cell for sure. But like, nah, man. So, you know, we can say all these, you know what I'm saying, it's great colorful things because again, Hulk Hogan, I had a poster on my wall when I was a little kid. But like, you know what I'm saying, you kind of seen I did as Brandon Reef as I got older, and I shared
Mhm.
some of those things on my Facebook page, man. 1991 is kind of when you start saw the lies. Wait a minute, man. Hold on, buddy. You don't have to lie. It's late night TV. You don't have to lie. Or when he
Right.
showed up on Turn and he tried to talk
Hey,
his way out of,
Arsenio tried to set him straight.
yeah, or
Listen
when he
here,
showed up on
brother.
Turn in 2000 and you know what I'm saying, kind of said some things about not sleeping with bro code, not sleeping with your buddy's wife. Man, whoa, wait a minute. And then again, all those things kind of got shattered because Hulk Hogan did leave his life kind of openly. You know what I'm saying? You know, had a reality show at one point, right? So, you
Mhm.
know, like I said, my good Christian nature will not let me openly like despise, like condemn anybody and wish them death. I never wish Hulk Hogan death. Even when I first heard it, I didn't. That ain't the first time I heard the tape. But you know what I'm saying
Right.
about Brooke Hogan. So like I never wished another man death. Be honest with you, man. So but like nah, man, Hulk Hogan was a great wrestler, and we just leave it at that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I put up the best promo, you know, Randy Savage ever did against Hulk Hogan. We didn't need him now, didn't need him then. Talking about the puters, man. So
I mean,
like this
if you don't
that
think
was
Savage was waiting around the corner up in heaven with a steel chair ready, I mean,
oh,
he's
absolutely. Piper
he's
too.
been waiting a
Right?
little bit. And
Yeah.
I saw one meme that said the happiest person of the day was Bret Hart. So
You know, again, somebody
Bret just said he was a piece of Hogan was a piece of shit like a month or 2 months ago. So he
but
still
even
is.
Bret Hart will kind of note that his bank account wouldn't be as big. He,
Oh yeah.
but you know what I'm
Professionally
saying.
wrestling, WrestleMania, WWE would not be what it is today without SummerSlam this weekend would not be what it is without Hulk Hogan.
Well, you know what, Brandon? I don't want to go down a different wormhole. I want to. I don't. It doesn't have to be. If I was doing my own media thing with Bret Hart, I probably would have asked him, like, Bret, wouldn't the breaking point was you when like as soon as like Owen died, like why don't you quit? Nobody has anybody ever asked him that. I'd have quit from Vince. Period. Then I'd have broke away from Vince then. And but he kept it. He kept it. I don't know, man. He's a strong mind, strong will. You know what I'm saying? I guess, but because the
Yeah.
way some of the kind of processes things, kind of say he didn't like this guy, didn't, and then some of the guys didn't like him. They respected him, like you know what I'm saying. They
Right.
respected him, but I don't know, man. That's a different story for another time for Bret Hart.
Yeah.
But
Have you staying in wrestling real quick? Have you seen
yeah,
any of the new documentary on Netflix, The Unreal? Have you watched any or seen clips yet?
nah,
It's kind of the
I
it
got
it it, it is a 5 episode, hour long each. Peel back the curtain,
it. Okay,
all behind the scenes in Gorilla. them talking about the storylines. It was basically from Royal Rumble, before Royal Rumble, before the
Okay.
Netflix premiere,
Oh,
all the way
Netflix.
up until WrestleMania this year. So
Okay.
we talked about when they decided it was going to be Travis Scott involved and how that was going to play, and The Rock, and how like all it's. I mean, you were talking about for kayfabe. I'm sorry, but peeling back the curtain, like it's like showing them after they get through the curtain talking what goes through Gorilla, the
Mhm.
earpiece with the referees, and kind of like how they're going through everything. It's very legit, and how they got their storylines to where they are as of right now.
Right.
It's pretty good. It's season one, but it was 5 episodes from before the Netflix special all the way up until the end of WrestleMania.
Okay.
Check it out. It's good on Netflix.
I pinned it. I'll have to check it out for sure.
So I want to go real quick. We'll dive right in first,
Yeah, but
NFL wise.
well, hold on, man. You said it was kind of slow in the association.
It
I don't know.
is. I got two
Well,
topics in NBA. If you
we
want to
got
go hit that,
Forrest Wynn got arrested for some kind of
Gilbert
fraud. We
Gilbert
got
Arenas. Look,
Arenas.
if he says he's snitching, you know the mafia, the mafia is involved in that.
The Israeli, like, yeah, I don't think know how serious he knows. Like the
And he
Israelis
was just
mob.
talking shit of somebody else that got in trouble recently. Oh,
Man,
who was the other uh the NBA player that got in trouble for the gambling or
oh,
the fixing games?
you talking about the homie?
Malik Beasley. He was just talking shit about Malik Beasley, and now he's
Man,
caught up.
yeah, no glass house, but like Robert Gilreads, like you lost your career anyway to gambling. Why would you want to be around anybody's gambling? I don't know, man. It ain't a show versus a show. He got
Hmm.
he got a bigger platform, blah blah blah. But like, man, ESPN ain't backing that. I can guarantee you. ESPN
No.
fired Shannon Sharp. They will be handing them papers, whatever papers they got flowing to Gilbert Arenas. They're gonna pull that back, man. Cause like, who are you running with? Israeli and Mafia? Like, dude, I thought the ICE was out here picking up people, Brandon. ICE,
Damn.
this Israeli mafia dude. He's whoa, hey man. Anyway, I don't want to start. I don't want to get
Look,
caught up.
your man Skip Bayless, he took an L this week as well. I don't know if you saw his tweet.
Man, but like he's out of this. He doesn't even know. Like he doesn't understand Twitter. He doesn't.
So
He
thank
doesn't.
God
What was his tweet?
he he
What
said
insensitive thing did he say?
he said thank God the shooter took the wrong set of elevators and didn't get to the NFL office. Crisis averted. Did we not forget about the other 3 or 4 people that actually were killed
You
in the
can't
shooting?
listen,
That's
man. So
desensitized there, Skip. Come
like
on now.
Twitter is a
Thank
mean world.
God.
Social media is a mean world. It can be when it comes to like these thoughts, man. But some like, hey, man, you can't say thank God and killing. It doesn't. Even though there's things happen in the Bible, I don't want to get into that part. But like, you can't say thank God and like no and murder. Those things don't go together. Skip. Sorry,
Come on,
Skip.
Skip. A lot of L's, a lot of L's. I'm going to give the New York Knicks an L because they just paid a mid player 4 years, $150 million extension,
They gonna
Mikal Bridges.
yeah. Well, hey, it's a new paint, Mike Brown
I mean,
era.
God forbid he saved them $6 million to use for other players, but he didn't go for the full max.
I don't know, man. I think there. You know what, Brandon? It remains to be seen, man, because we know the drama of the NBA, but as that. Brunson's dad was retained on staff, but at a lower role. Already know that's probably going to send a wave. It is, man. This is going to kind of send waves through. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks ain't going to necessarily, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think it's going to send waves with that team. So the East is still in flux, y'all. So I don't know. That's all I got from the association, man. Really, I do.
Oh, I got 2 more. Jonathan
Oh,
Kaminga turned down a 2-year, $45 million extension. He wants nothing to do with the Warriors. He's pissed. He feels like they have slowed his progression as a player overall. He wants to go to the Kings. The Warriors like, we ain't shipping you to the Kings. Messy.
man, that's real messy. That would be an you know what I'm saying, interconference rival. You know what I'm saying, whatnot. I'm sure they'll get a deal done where he shipped where they want him to go, or where it benefits them. He did nobody put that over that. Nobody really wants Malik Monk back, great like that. If we giving up Kaminga, that's kind of funny, man. Does him? How many championships he win with the Golden State Warriors? They stunted your growth. Oh wow, man, Brandon,
Stunting
better
his
choose your
growth.
words. Better choose his words wisely, man. Otherwise, he might be playing in this new league, LeBron, and it's kind of hatch up internationally.
Draymond may headbutt him.
Again, yeah, they'll get a deal done. When you said Draymond Green, they'll get a deal done for sure.
And then with all the AI stuff that's going out there, videos and photos, and not knowing what's real, what's not real, I had to reach out to Gronk, not like Gronkowski, but Gronk on Twitter, because there is the cover of Men's Health and Fitness, Muscle and Fitness, is
It's
Luka
Luka.
Doncic, maybe
Believe it.
weighing a 220, looking skinny.
Hey
You
man,
taking it serious?
Jeff T said LeBron was on something. He speculated with steroids. Speculated. Other people think, you know what I'm saying, they got that TB12. Like
I
Tom
didn't say
Brady.
it. You didn't say it.
Tom Brady shared that with I think Tom Brady shared that with LeBron James, man. I've been for real. However to keep yourself in shape to extend your and like and that's probably what they wanted. How are you gonna get this kind of rub? Like you think about it, Brandon. How many times you been to California?
0.
Or Los Angeles? Right. Well, Los Angeles.
I'm getting ready to go in September.
Okay. You been to Miami?
Yes.
All those places are, to be honest with you, man, you don't see no fat people are out, man. I know. Shame on me. I know we can't say that.
They're on
man.
their yachts.
But
they got the gold chain, bellies out.
Yeah, but that's a very like fit conscious. Both of those kind of Los Angeles is one definitely, man. Hollywood in your backdrop, man. They like Luka Doncic, like, dude, what are you doing? So you can't be out there looking bad, man. So he's got in shape. Is that going to translate to the cardio? We hope so. You know what I'm saying? Because they can play, and King seemingly got one foot in, 1 foot out. But I think what I'm saying, those Cowboys are kind of get shaken out, and the Lakers are they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah,
But,
I guess I got to recover myself. It was men's health was the was the cover
we never
for
would have thought
Luca.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, man, look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Skinny, tone, holding the weight. I had to make sure that wasn't Photoshop, because look at that. Look at that right here, man. Right there on his left side. That looks like a little bit of curvature. I thought maybe somebody photoshopped it.
Too much authentic Hispanic restaurants in Dallas and between Dallas and San Antonio, man. It keep you full, man. And I ain't saying they got them out there in LA, but like they health conscious out there in LA more so than Dallas, man. So Cuban. Is marketing.
NFL. We got the Hall of Fame game starting tonight. We got the Chargers.
Detroit and the Chargers
tonight.
I hope somebody don't get hurt. You just hope, like in a game like this, you know what I'm saying, that don't even the third stringers don't get hurt. This is August. Right. This ain't even August. This ain't no football.
31st. Love it.
You know what would be better, Brandon? They red flags.
18 game season.
That's what we get into. So like, why are we pity patting with it? But
a couple news and notes, Colts wise. They did lock in Bernard Ryman, 4 years, $100 million, their left tackle. So they've signed him, re-signed him. They're going to keep him around. There's been an influx of good days and bad days between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. I've seen ducks. I've seen interceptions. I've seen good play. I've seen bad play. The cornerback position, Jalen Jones and Juju Brents Jr. or Juju Brents, he just keeps getting hurt, man. This dude is hurt again with another hamstring injury. Yeah. They signed Trey Hendon today, cornerback, to go to Indianapolis, but Juju just can't stay healthy, man. And I know they got a Shakarius Ward in there as their quarterback as well. So that was good for the Colts. But man, Juju, local guy here, just can't stay healthy, JB.
You know what, Brandon? If this is all still gonna fall on Shane Steichen, man, because you got two, you know what I'm saying, quarterbacks that have played significant football. And I would, if the ownership, the current ownership isn't soft, like they should be putting a whole lot of pressure on the Colts to win 10 games. Not even blink about it. Win 10 games and not even blink about it. Don't worry about it. Like, okay, man, who's in your division that you should be scared of? The Tennessee Titans? Cam Ward looks to be like he could be the deal. But remember, Brandon, this is also the same dude the college NFL teams told go back to school. They told him to go back to school. And he was going
to called his offense mid.
Technically, Right, technically, because like he was going to be just a second or third rounder, and he again like you want to get max money, so of course you go back to school get the NIL deal. So like, who's really in your like? And then we know Sunshine down in Jacksonville, he got to get his act together.
Right. This
Travis,
is do or die for him.
right, it's do or die for him. I mean, yeah, I get it, man. The new Colorado kid, man, he's gonna do wonders for him until he gets figure out his folks. Like, dude, you only gonna play one side of the ball. You might play a little special team, but you only play one side of the ball. But again, who really is in this? Okay, Texas, but do they really scare you defensively? Yes, a little bit. They are good, but like still the offensive league. And like last time y'all played, y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all kind of held the quarterback in check. So who really scared you in the division? So like, why can't you win 10 games? That would be the conversation. I wouldn't say sarcastic. I wouldn't say snarkily like that, but like, what we gave you, you have a team. Let's go. So I think a lot of this is gonna kind of fall on Steichen and like what he has, what he kind of puts out. Don't you tell me about Juju being hurt? I get it, but that you know what I'm saying. And we pass man up, whatever. But like I excuse me, of course somebody's trying to call when I'm on the show. But like, no, man, I think this kind of falls onto what you pay for in the coaching. You're not gonna get no better with it, and you know with either one of these quarterbacks, man. There's enough good bad tape on Daniel Jones. There's enough bad tape, period, on and good tape, but it ain't enough, right? On
Right.
Anthony Richardson. So, but again, if you know what, Brandon, if the Pittsburgh Steelers had this problem, man, you would still feel hope springs eternal because Mike Tomlin would still keep everything connect together, and you know damn sure the defense is going to be out there. I think the Colts are actually going to have a leapfrog jump, right, in defensive schematics this year. But again, man, it's going to be being knowing I know better, but like they got to win 10 games, otherwise it's going to be new paint everywhere.
Yeah. Odds I think was 7.5. Colts night practice getting ready to get underway out here at Westfield.
10
Somebody
games.
asked me if I was going tonight. I said yes initially, and I was like, "Wait, we have a show tonight." So I was like, "Nope, not doing it." Could have done the show from there, I guess, with a headset on, but uh, we'll see, man. What's going on? I mean, here's my thing. I like the fact this Colts team, like you said, the division doesn't scare you at all. Over under 7.5, I think they get it. I think they can get easily 9, if not 10 wins this year and sneak into that playoff game. Um, Sorry, I just saw an update on the Elam TBT tournament there with
We
Eberlin
still on
Drive.
that. Still on that, man. Fell
The
hard on
final two games. But no, hey, I was always told if you got fighting within your team at training camp, that's a good thing. That shows some heart, man. That guys actually, they're ready. And Colts first preseason game next week, they're going to be at Baltimore, and then game 2 will be here against Green Bay. The Packers will be coming to town before they go onto the road for their third game. But it's do or die, John, because you're what 2-9 in your last how many season openers, and then you got Miami Dolphins coming to town, who they're struggling. What are you gonna get from Tua? You got Tyreek Hill, who's struggling himself. No Joan A. Smith for them. The defense for Miami's gotten worse. You can say. I mean, they got Mika Fitzpatrick, but
right. Don't be scared. You should not be scared of the gaudy numbers Miami Dolphins put up.
no,
Don't be scared of that. You got Jonathan Taylor. If the coach is about anything, I get it,
and the
man.
ball off.
Like, dude, you can control this clock. You got to again, man. That's a winnable game. That's a winnable game. Nobody says you got to win by 17. You just got to win by 1, technically. But like, that's a winnable game.
I'm curious. I'm gonna look and see if I can get a odds. So for that game right now, John, what do you think the odds would be for Colts Dolphins week 1?
I don't know. They probably got the Colts averaging 18 points or something ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Underwhelming. But the odds probably got the Miami Dolphins.
Do you think the Dolphins are favored?
Yes.
Colts -1.5.
Okay. At home.
I would take that. This has got to be the year. It has to be. -1.5 right now is +100. That's great freaking odds right now. If I didn't like having money just tied up, I would probably take it there. Um,
get to Tua early, the team is done. They'll shut down. Everybody knows this. I can't. It's July. I can't believe we're talking about this in July. But yeah, you get to Tua early.
Right.
The worst.
Terry McLaurin in the last hour has requested a trade from the Commanders. That just shows how much of they are off. Now, Indianapolis, this is where you would go get your splash in a trade to get another wide receiver in there opposite of Pittman. I know you like Alex Smith, but I don't know if he's the number 2 option. But secretly, John, who I really hope goes after him because they need a number 2 to put alongside DK Metcalf is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't know. They don't do. They have any assets left to go?
They're all in, man. They're all in this year.
Man, I had heard it kind of driving in, man. I don't know if that kid ends up getting traded. Some people think this is a ploy by his agent so that they get the number that they want him. He's been nothing but good for the new quarterback that they've got there and the success of this team. So like, why wouldn't they kind of figure out a number for him?
Right.
Brett, I'm stumbling. But yeah, why would they figure out a number for him? That's the only thing. So I don't know, but it's just bad timing. Like you would want, like there's no overabundance of wide receivers right now sitting at home that we could say, oh, tell this guy to go screw himself, right? So if you if either party really wanted to be elsewhere, the time to do this would have been during the NFL draft during April. So you know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I'm saying, they'll come up to a deal. Maybe we probably won't even talk. We do a show on Sunday. We'll be like, you got to sign for $88 million. Something crazy.
Right. Steelers, man. Steelers looking good. I like what I'm hearing from Rodgers. I like what I'm hearing from Tomlin. They got a juggernaut. I mean, they got John A. Smith now in there. That defense is solid. They just signed up T.J. Watt more.
That man is a steel believer, y'all.
Hey, I'm not my quarterback.
Again, man, the homie, man, Mike Thomas trip into 9 games. Trip himself into coach 9 games. People talk about how tough it is to get trip into 9 games. It's just like with his teams in the last 4 seasons. Like, can you win a playoff game? That's kind of where
Aaron Rodgers' first game is at the Jets. So that you want to talk about drama already, and then week 2. It's the Steelers going to Seattle. So DK Metcalf gets his revenge game week 2. I mean, it's the revenge tour for the schedule. Yeah, so it's nuts.
Yeah, even Justin Fields, he missed a couple reps out of practice with a toe, but that doesn't bode well for, you don't want to hear nothing, but you know what I'm saying? Just another sad song coming out of the Jets locker
room. Tuesday, Hard Knocks, new season of Hard Knocks starts Tuesday. Buffalo Bills will be the team featured. So I'm excited and looking forward to that. I really thought it was this Tuesday, 10 o'clock. I turned on HBO and I'm like, wait, why the hell do I got a movie on right now? This is not what I want to watch, and I'm a week too early. Let me ask you this. I know it's a little early, but NFL MVP. When you look at the NFL MVP numbers, who do you like, John? I got the odds. I'm bringing up on the screen right now. You got yourself Lamar Jackson at plus 550, Josh Allen at plus 550, Burrow at 650, Mahomes 700, Jaden Daniels plus 750, and then it's a huge gap to Jalen Hurts and people below. So it looks like it's a 5-man race. I mean, Lamar Jackson last year, John, threw 41 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Incredible numbers by Lamar last year.
We don't think no running back's going to be on this list.
Probably should have been Saquon, but Saquon's down here at plus 5,000.
All right, man. I like Lamar and Josh Allen definitely the top 2. If you know what I'm saying. But I think a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, running out of top 5, it's got to be
Anthony Richardson plus 7,500.
No. I get absolutely not on that one, man. But like now, those two names should be with everybody. I know that whoever follows NFC football is like, what, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't. I can't even think on top of my head who in the NFC just with trips off of my mind they could be. But no, those two, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. And it's kind of on the pressure, internal pressure with them to play even better because both those guys need to get to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep. Um, college football. I just got two things for college football.
Okay.
Dion had the health scare. I really thought he was going to resign. I had the tweet fired up that this is just the escape ploy for him. And then when I found out what it really was,
You
that's
tapped in
the scary
your
stitch.
inner
So
Skip Bayless. You almost tapped in your inner Skip Bayless and said
that's
something
why you
to
don't
me.
hit submit, boys. That's why you don't hit submit. But so Dion will be back. We'll see. Hey, they're over under. I took it. Their over under is 6 wins. I took the under.
Man, the Big 12 this year, you know I got notes, buddy. You
The
know I
big
got
fail.
notes.
You called it the
Big
big fail.
I did not. I did not. I don't know. I mean, I don't. They're gonna get one seat at the table. I don't have. I'm not going to flip through that. They're gonna get one seat at the table. As far as the college football playoff is concerned, I think. How
Yeah.
you
Oh, for sure.
how we see the ACC and Notre Dame. Does the ACC get three teams again? I don't know. I don't think the ACC gets. So that means there might be another seat up for the table for either a Big Ten team to kind of sneak in there or another SEC team to kind of sneak in there. Um, I think a lot of people. I haven't heard a lot of people. Shame on them, man. I go deep web diving. A lot of people nationally aren't talking about Arizona State. Like, why wouldn't you? Well, you should be. He returned a lot of. I get it. Scatterboo's not there no more, but the quarterback still is, and a lot of his defensive play. He didn't lose to anybody, so people should be talking about them. People should be talking about Clemson. Club Nick. We in the Club Nick, right?
Telling you.
If he's probably the best vertical. I don't necessarily think like when we get to the deep but nuts bolts of it next springtime. I don't necessarily think he should be the number one overall pick. There's too many other guys that's gonna have some great seasons this year. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback from Penn State's gonna have a great year. The quarterback from Arizona State, Levitt's gonna have a great year. But this kid's gonna have a pretty good year where you're gonna see, hey man, but I don't know. Does he have the wiggles and all that? But should they win? Should Brandon Reed fall out of your seat? I think Clemson should go 11-1. And if they can, they should might be thinking about
Why are
going
you telling me following my seat? I just told you 2 weeks ago that I had them going to the national, possibly win a national championship, and Klubnik winning the Heisman.
because
We got pull
2
back
years
take.
ago, 2 years ago, everybody told me Clemson is dead. Clemson, not you,
I
Brandon.
did. Hey,
You
just because you die, because doesn't mean you can't come back.
well, they didn't see the big picture. Clemson, like
The
Klubnik.
Undertaker.
Right. Kind of like the Undertaker, right? That's what they are right now. So, like, nah, man, like all those guys that he recruited and kept aren't freshmen no more. They aren't sophomores no more. They're juniors and seniors now. So, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, he got a pretty good team. And there's a lot of unknown when you talk about quarterback play. My goodness, Brandon Reed, did you know the new IU quarterback, he came from California? Are you
Mm-hmm.
serious? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of quarterback uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? If I could borrow a word from somebody around, and again, even this is with all those guys I kind of propped up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I didn't give Manning in Texas, but like, no, man, there's a lot of uncertainty with a lot of these like a lot of guys. When you transfer, you don't know necessarily that's going to look like. Yeah, okay, he transferred over here from USC wide out. Now he's over here because even the homie got a Penn State. He had to get something, man. Got
This is the year for them, or he's fired. Has to be.
but
I mean, he's not going to get fired, but
he got
still, this
he
is the
got
best year they got.
Brandon, and we just got to see what the connectivity of some of this the offense connectivity that they can have this year on the field. But like, nah, man. I just wide open national championship. I'm not ready to say that, but you know what I'm saying, some of the teams we saw, Ohio State's got new paint on the walls, man. You cannot expect them to win a national championship and all that and kind of repeat. Will they be in conversation? Of course, top 10 all year. I don't necessarily got them necessarily get back to the playoffs though.
Yeah, I like you talked to Big 12, and I know you're doing your research Big 12. I do
Yep.
like Kansas State and Arizona State, those two, to possibly win. I don't be surprised if it's Texas Tech this year. They're coming back with a really good team for the Big 12. Because you got to remember, you don't have Texas, you don't have Oklahoma, so those two teams are gone to the SEC conference. You got a weak ass Colorado team. BYU, who was going to be up there, they already bounced their quarterback out of there, so he's not there at BYU. Um, so we'll see kind of what happens with there. Utah, obviously, they don't have the eighth year quarterback anymore out there at Utah. with Cam Rising, so which is great. Um,
Uh
you do have some homework for next week.
oh. I
Um,
might for
and
you
I'm going to
now.
give Tanner some homework as well.
Okay.
So what I need, and I'm going to make it easy on you, John, because I
Thank you.
know I've done this enough with you over the last 8 years that you don't you don't know all the exact little small details and finesse with the college football playoff bracket and who goes has to go where and all that. So what I'm just going to do make it easy for you. You need to do your bracket for the last two games, the semifinals, the last four teams, and then go to the championship in the winter. And you got to bring that to the college football preview that we're going to have with Tanner.
Okay.
Okay,
No
I'll keep
problem.
it simple. I'm not going to say JB, give me the 12-man, give me the 12-team bracket and break it all the way down.
You
I'll
want
let you go
you
all
want
the way out to the
final,
semis.
you want the final four.
Give you the final four and give me your champion, and then
Absolutely.
give me your winners. That's due, and your Heisman. So that's gonna be your homework. We'll bring him on.
He
Um,
gonna the champ. He gonna bring the home the Heisman that his uncle couldn't bring home.
I got to get you fired up on something. So I need the Bird Songs take.
I'm not
North
getting fired up.
Carolina. North
I'm a
Carolina
man.
is exploring a potential move from
Man,
the ACC to the SEC conference. The SEC for North Carolina,
you
is it
better
too
be
much
for real.
for them?
Stop it. Stop it, dude. Listen, man. The North Carolina Tar Heels, they have a great fan base, both collegiate football and basketball side. Everybody knows this. They have a great history on the basketball side for sure. Bowl wise, Carolina makes it sometimes, but it ain't necessarily the bowl that you want to be in, the significant bowl, that bowl, right? So, how and why you would leave your the dream of a dance partner, lifetime dance partner in Duke to go play second fiddle. I said it. You North Carolina, you would take your everything to go play second, and Virginia. That's the wild part. So like when you get deep down roots of it, so everybody has to take a buddy. When USC came over, UCLA came over because they are like, who's gonna watch UCLA football? To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Who's
Damn.
gonna watch you? I'm sorry, man. But without, you know what I'm saying, Brandon. I mean, I ain't gonna say that, but like, here, who's gonna watch UCLA? So you gotta bring a buddy, rival buddy. So like, you would lose your rivalry where you still schedule the one game, but they live off the revenue of that game twice. Now you would be coming into new territory, right? Get a new splash on the city, but like Brandon, we've technically seen USC versus Kentucky. We've seen USC versus any Cal team, so that'd be USC versus Arkansas. But there's
Right.
no a rivalry where you playing Duke twice, man,
Fumble in
or
the
play
first play.
or playing in state twice. Like,
Right.
nah, man, that sounds boneheaded, man. That sounds boneheaded, and like I get it. Like the SEC will be paying you XYZ MLOP to come over and football. See now you were saying this again. Bill Belichick, he's not gonna last. He's not gonna last 2 seasons. He's not gonna last 2 seasons, Brandon. We know this. We know this not gonna last 2 seasons. So like that's
Mm,
pie in the sky. It's pie in the sky, dude. Like nah, that's not gonna
okay.
work out. It's not gonna work.
Um,
Not without Duke, and Duke ain't going to the SEC.
right. Moving around, Guardians baseball wise. Sorry, before we go baseball, Brickyard 400. Bubba Wallace, first African American to win at Indianapolis for the Brickyard. I was there, John. I set up in turn two. I left with about 40 laps to go. Get a little smart. Man, they say just under 70,000 was there. I believe it because I got out and I got in very, very easily. But I had a real good seat, great view in turn two. But Bubba Wallace pulled out over Kyle Larson, last year's winner. I thought it was a good race. I know a lot of it was follow the leader and stuff. They need to make a few changes to the car to make it a little more competitive. But you love the drama at the end, like they had with the fuel. Are you going to make it on gas? Are you not?
I don't want to get into it, Brandon. Like everybody knows I look at racing as a fan and I'm not say outside fan because I like my racing knowledge and I'm saying is this amount, man. But like people were knocking that you telling me it was under 70,000. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But like people, if you want to compare it to the Indiana that was 500, like that's never gonna happen is that gonna ever happen for a NASCAR race? Period.
Never.
Outside of Daytona. That's you're not going. That's why it's the best race of all. So I am kind of just a little bit intrigued though, Brandon, as the Fox Network, Sports Network, just bought into NASCAR, and I think
No,
with that, and
they bought in
you
an
got,
IndyCar.
I'm sorry, shame on me, IndyCar, shame on me,
IndyCar
IndyCar.
and Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
But don't they also already have a portion of NASCAR, or that's what they platform the most?
That's just that's just one of the media deals that they have. NASCAR's not owned by anybody besides NASCAR.
Right, but I'm saying NASCAR media rights is through Fox Sports.
Fox, NBC, Turner Sports, Amazon.
But yeah, I'm just saying all this is significant, especially
Well, it's
for
all about marketing for the IndyCar, and this is going to help their marketing with Fox. And only thing I don't like is now that Roger Penske sold a third of the portion of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So now, how commercialized is Fox going to make the Speedway? By the way, I went out to
I
and we can
think
talk
it's
back
gonna
to.
be.
I went to the
Wait,
museum. The museum is awesome. The renovations that they've done, the $1 million of renovations they've done, fantastic. I went there before the race. Spent about 2 hours in there. It was fantastic.
I think unless you know what I'm saying, whatever if they kind of changes might kind of come in, man. I think there's nothing but good. You know what I'm saying? You know Penske ain't gonna let nobody overrun him. So you know what I'm saying. Roger Penske ain't gonna let nobody overrun him or anything like that. So
Yep.
I think it's gonna be good for the Motor Speedway for sure.
Major League Baseball Guardians closer Emmanuel Clase earlier this week has been placed on non-disciplinary paid leave as part of Major League Baseball's sports betting investigation going on, John. All these athletes, John, they think they can get away with it somehow, and they can't. Why would you do it as a pro athlete? What is you gaining out of it?
Right, your game check got to be bigger than any type of winning that you might get. Maybe it's a sensation. I don't know. You know what I mean?
There's plenty of other things you can do for sensations. I'll tell you that.
Right. Then lose your whole career. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't get it. Let's see. We've got lot Major League Baseball, man, a lot of trade deadline deals.
A
The
lot of deals.
Reds have added several pieces. Zach Little, Key Bryant Hayes got added. Hey, man, Reds are buying in. They're in that wild card push. The Reds are
Got to get
moving. They just beat the Dodgers the other night. Showed Otani knocked off Otani and the Dodgers, but they're winning right now against the Braves. They have a game Saturday night, John. I want you to check out Saturday night on Fox. They're playing
on
at
it.
Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee, where NASCAR races. They've turned that track into a baseball field. It looks pretty cool.
Okay. Well, they say Nash. I don't know how far that is from Nashville. There's a push for Nashville to get another sports franchise.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
I don't
So
know if it's gonna happen, but yeah, it's a push for him.
Uh, honestly, Carlos Correa went from the Twins back to the Astros today, so he was big there for the for the World Series that they've won in the past. So
Mm-hmm.
he's going back there. The Yankees added Bedardar from the Pirates as a closer, so they've added to their bullpen. The Rangers got Sam Merrill Merrill today from the Diamondbacks. That's going to bolster the Rangers as they try to make a push. Um, my biggest, though, I think, John, is the Padres. The Padres just had the best trade deadline. They said they had four key pieces, three pitchers, two hitters, Ryan O'Hearn, the first baseman they've added. They added Mason Miller. This dude throws 102 mile an hour. And they added him as a starting pitcher out there in San Diego. They're going all in. They're only like 5 games back of the Dodgers. I am excited. I am probably going to be the most bought in and into this postseason run here for the next 2 months. Touchdown Chargers already
There,
on fourth and two. Harbaugh's already having them trick plays.
there you go. He knows his game.
So
It's a fun game, man. Brandon, but I don't know. Before we go, man, I know you want to talk a little bit about the Fever. They won some,
yeah,
lost, but
three in a row they've
Mark,
won.
yeah, and without Caitlin Clark, so sustaining a winning culture. The homie Fred Feltner, that kind of taps into our show, man. He shared some of the fan reactions, man. There's a lot of fans loaded up, like, man, even without Caitlin Clark being there, man. People, we got
Yeah,
sellouts down, y'all. So,
it's
but
not
like
going to
now,
do it for me,
they,
brother.
they They booed. He said they're not good for it. They booed. They booed.
DeWanna Bonner.
DeWanna Bonner mercifully,
She didn't
man.
want to
But
answer
like
questions too
that's
afterwards.
that's well, I mean, I get that part, but like
Why? She said she was going to give it all out. Why?
that's
What are we waiting
that's a
on?
that's a great sports. This is a great sports town. You know what I'm saying? If it had come out on better terms with her and her playing time here, short time, I'm sure they probably would have gave her a standing ovation and then booed her. But as it stood, like, you know what I'm saying, the Fever showed her the door because of poor play. She kind of had some ill comments about the Fever and how things and how the
Yeah.
Hall of Famer is should be treated or whatnot. But like you won in that Hall of Fame down in San Antonio, like it's different. It's different. So like you can't expect the Indiana fans to like just automatically wrap your heart. You didn't win no championship here. To me, Kansas didn't walk through the door. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't
Right.
everybody. I get it. She's bona fide, but like she's not bona fide in these streets.
No. I do want to say we don't talk about them at all, hardly, and that's kind of shame on us, probably. But within baseball, I think we got to mention something special going on. The Indianapolis Indians. Um,
Oh,
they're right now leading the International League, John. They're 62-41.
okay.
Uh, they didn't win the first half. They lost it the first half of the season to Nashville, but they are up 4 games right now on the second half. So if they win the second half, they'll be taking on Nashville for the right for the AAA championship, or to go to the AAA championship. So, but no, the way they're playing right now, the Indians playing great baseball down here at Victory Field. I told my wife we need to try to get down to a game or two this year.
Man,
So
I
shout out
would
to the
love
Indy Indians.
shout out to the Indians, shout out to the Hall of Famer, always razor shines. I haven't been to Victory Field since probably since 2007.
We didn't get a Crossroads Day there then.
We need to get something going on there, man. There was nothing
Yeah,
but good
for
time,
sure.
sure.
Um, and then Purdue men's basketball, their alumni game is this weekend, Saturday out there at Mackey. I looked at the rosters. I think Brantley's sitting out this one. I didn't see his name on the roster list.
Yeah,
I think
probably,
he
man. I didn't even know if you want to talk a little bit about basketball, man. There's a lot of teams playing this weekend. I think in the Bahamas and in Puerto Rico.
IU. Yeah,
Just game, but like I was trying to see what kind of paint was going to be on IU, but like some significant players, these transfers, kid from Drexel's, kid from Elon, they ain't playing. Like, dude, if you can't play in Puerto
oh,
Rico, how the hell you gonna think you gonna play against, you know what I'm saying, versus Mackey? Like, I don't know how the hell you think you gonna play. Did they play Butler this year, or did they duck? Are they
mm,
ducking Butler? I don't know. But like you know what I'm saying, man. IU, like, dude, like these dudes better get their action together, man. They can't even, like, this ain't even the real season yet. You can't play. You ain't ready. What you been doing? Nothing.
in due time, in due time, John.
In due
Like
time,
I
like
said, a little housekeeping show next week, and then we will have our college football starting up here in 2 weeks. I've already got the schedule out, and we're already looking at games to see that we're going to pick 'em. You best believe Ball State and Purdue will be on there. John, I know you got some smack you want to talk, man. What about Purdue and Ball State? These
dude.
coaches.
First of all, man, you gotta, like, man, you know, we got some hardcores around here, man. You gotta dig deep, man. So like nobody knows anything about Odom, who's the new head coach of Purdue, and nobody around here anyway kind of knows about you Ravinovich, right? I know I jacked up his name, other than he came up from Butler, and you know, so now he's got the reins up at Ball State. Well, guess what? Urinovich used to be he's an alumni of Purdue. He's sick with it when it comes to the recruiting. When it comes to Chicago and South Bend area,
Mhm.
like that's where he does the majority of his crew, man. Like so, like when I was hearing, I just kind of tapped into his media day. Brandon, like after listening to his media day, I thought he was the coach of Purdue. Like he said all the things that you would want the coach of Purdue to say. And
Right.
like I don't know, nothing against. I think Odom's going to run a pretty good program. Um, I think they got to get better defense for sure. Last season defense was bottom not only the Big Ten but also the nation, so it can't get no better, right? You know what I'm saying? But he's kind of known to run the ball. This go Brandon. It's going to be a lot of tremendous questions at quarterback this year. I think with Purdue, they have 5 quarterbacks. So when you have
None of them
that
are
kind
good.
this kind of tells me when you have 5 quarterbacks, means you don't trust the two that you really we wanted, man. So,
Fumble,
uh,
another fumble. Lions can't
as,
hang on to the football.
let's go. As it pertains to this game, though, man. And I know we ain't done pick'ems and stuff there, man. I think like the homie Urinovich has got the mojo. He's got the right things going. Maybe they necessarily had the bag that Purdue has rolled out because Purdue they did pull in some guys from NIL. They did, believe it or not. I know people don't believe that Purdue is as a landing spot for kids to come play football,
Mhm.
but I think Ball State they got some wins themselves. So I think it's gonna be a
Yeah.
real low scoring game. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, can't wait to see Purdue and Ball State clack them up in Mackey.
Uh, Another thing working on in like a probably week or two. Going to have an interview with Charles Davis of the NFL Network. Will be coming on. I did get confirmation. We're just working on a date right now to get him. We're going to talk
Okay.
Colts, talk about the NFL, and then he's actually one of the. I think he's the B squad or C squad with the NFL on CBS broadcasting this year. So I had Charles on to be crazy. He was probably my first interview I did with Reef's Take originally. So I found
Mm-hmm.
that old
Mm-hmm.
episode, but Charles has been a good friend of mine. He's done a lot of the Big Ten championship games back with Fox a long time ago with Gus Johnson. I became friends with him. Uh, and I was going through my phone. I said, I still have his number. I said, I need to reach out to Charles. And he bounced back at me a couple days ago. And we're working on a date, John. We're going to get Charles on. I think it's going to be a great conversation. We'll get him on the show, whether it be a live one or a taped show that we'll end up doing. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
That's, dude, we ain't no jobbers, man. We know what we're doing around here, man. Charles Davis coming.
that's right. Can't wait. So I'm Brandon Reef, Jonathan Birdsong. Conversation will continue on Twitter. It'll continue on Facebook. We'll see you guys again next week. Have a great week. Football is here.